So, my students of history were saying, say, since you're in the United Kingdom, why can't you just give us the history of the UK? And I said, I can't give you the history before actually going into a bit of a geography lesson because we're having an issue. Richard arguti, tipe history of Britain. Cindy arguti, tipe history of London. Arguti, history England, UK, Britain. What's really going on? What does it mean? Is it different in any way? Can you please explain to us? So let me try to simply break it down. We have England, which has its capital city called London. And then we have got Scotland, which has its capital city called Edinburgh. And then we have Wales, which is a capital city called Cardiff. These three form the Great Britain. Are we still together? True follow it. I hope I'm not Richard Warubata. And then when we take Wales, England, and Scotland, and then we combine it with Northern Ireland, they then form the United Kingdom. Saka munhu kana ari ku Northern Ireland ane kodzero yekutaura kuti ndiri ku UK. Kana munhu ari ku Scotland ari kuti ndiri ku UK. Kana ari ku Wales ari kuti ndiri ku UK. Kana ari mu England ari kuti ndiri ku UK. Because this is the United Kingdom. Someone might then ask, okay, you said Northern Ireland, kokune Southern Ireland. The other one, which is the Republic of Ireland, right? These two countries separated by the Irish War, and then Northern Ireland remained as a part of the United Kingdom. And then this one became a republic, independently governing itself. And it is a part of the European Union, but everyone else in the UK exited the European Union. And so Ndobans Bagarwashi, Brexit, Britain exiting. I hope we are catching it. The Republic of Ireland has got its capital city called Dublin. So now that we have this picture, we understand the geography. Auchangoti munhu ari ku Scotland oti ari ku London. Auchangoti munhu ari ku Northern Ireland oti hamene zvenyimo muri ku London hamusi kutitumira mari. So now you have the scope and you have an understanding of the setting. Let's get into chapter 2. Now that is clear and it's out of the way, you have a picture and an understanding of what Britain is, England is, the UK is. Now let's move on and really try to understand how all of this came about. So in the history of the United Kingdom, of the British Empire, you'll find that there are so many different races and nationalities that are involved in how all of this was formed. For instance, from 43 AD to around 410 AD, the Romans were basically in charge. They came, they took over, they were oppressing people, running the show, until out of their own volition and will, they withdrew. They were not defeated in battle or anything. They were not happy with the living conditions, the weather, and a lot of things. And then between the 5th to the 10th century, the Anglo-Saxons came. The Anglo-Saxons were those tribes, the Germanic tribes that were coming from Northern Europe. Saka kuna Sweden, kuna Germany, vanhu vaibva kunzvimbo idzodzo ndo vakabva kunoko. Ma-Vikings akazoyawo. Vanhu vese. So you find that even in English language, there is a lot of influence of some Germanic languages. So pane zvinhu zvaunogona kutoona zvinenge zvichitonge zvakada kufanana ukanzwa munhu achitaura muGerman oonzwa munhu achitaura English, zvinhu zvakaita sekuti water, vata, uriona uzvibata zvinhu zvacho. So that's just a result of the influence from the different tribes and cultures that participate in the formation or in the history of the United Kingdom. And then we move from there. We had the Norman era, we had the Stuart era, we had so many other eras and dynasties zakamboitika until right about 1707, when the Great Britain combined with Scotland to form the United Kingdom. Ipapo, this is when we start talking about the United Kingdom of the Great British Empire, right? So, the United Kingdom has given us so many great inventions and so many great things. The World Wide Web, the steam engine, the jet engine, penicillin, TV. Ingadai kusina TV, there would be no way but so many great personalities, leaders and scientists, say Isaac Newton, Charles Darwin, Margaret Thatcher, Winston Churchill, William Shakespeare, David Beckham, Wayne Rooney. Talking about that, Manchester United, Manchester City. Talking about the great city of Manchester, the word Manchester comes from originally yainzi Manusium or Mansunium. That was a Roman name. That was a Roman name, and it's believed that it's derived from zvaireva breast-shaped hill. Vanogara kuManchester vanoziva zvakaita mamwe makomo anenge ari ikoko. So when they established their fort there, that's what they called it, Manuncium or Mansunium or something like that. And then nekufamba kwetime, to that word pazoedherwa a word rinowanikwa mu-Old English raiderive from the Latin rekuti sister. Sister is in sister, as in C-A-E-S-T-A-R. So izvi zvaingoreva kuti fort or a military fort. Saka it's like a fort of the Romans. Saka Manuncium Cester kusvika yazonzi Manchester yamu modern English. So that's why you find a lot of places dzinenge dzine kaEster, Esther, ikako mberi kuna Manchester, kuna Leicester. So kuManchester ikoko ndoko kwakafomwa Manchester United muna 1878 ichinzi Newton Heath football club payakatanga kufoma. And then Manchester City yakafomwa muna 1880. Kana kuna vanofunga kuti Manchester City ndeyane zuro kuti hai mukusapota timu yane zuro, aiwa itimu yakatotanga muna 1880, but during that time yainzi St Mark's FC. Yasiyana neScotland, haisi timu yane zuro. So Manchester City 1880, Manchester United 1878. Another great historical thing that Manchester City or the city of Manchester has done or has hosted. Well, aisati yachiita anyway. Chirikuitika comes on 5 June. I'm going to be having my comedy show there, the Unfinished Business comedy show. We're going to make history and we're going to be added into the books of Manchester. And then on the 6th of June, I'm going to be in Leicester for the long time coming comedy show. So please go to my website, grab your tickets, and I'll see you this weekend. Peace.